There's something sweet going on at Asheville's Grove Park Inn. People have come from miles around, treasures in hand, works created with love. Edible art, you might say, from the small and hopeful to the most elaborate. Each one a unique creative experience. Folks have been working for months on the design and construction of their entries.
Never having been an architectural student, I'm rather tickled.
Right here.
Is this us right here?
And now they're ready. Or mostly ready.
That's what I forgot, my snow. Oh well.
So let the day begin at the 17th Annual Grove Park Inn National Gingerbread House Competition.
What you'll do is you'll come in here, take the elevator up to the next floor.
That's awesome, guys.
Thank you.
Then you go to your right, and I'll take a picture of your house.
Look right at my camera. 1, 2, 3. And that looks great. Thank you very much.
And then you go into the ballroom.
We've got over 20 states registered actually this year in our competition. We've got folks coming from upstate New York, folks coming from Wisconsin. In the past, we've had folks register from as far away as Oregon.
It's not unusual for mishaps to occur during transportation, but the Grove Park Inn has that base covered. A clinic of sorts for gingerbread houses that have experienced difficulties en route.
This is my first one, hence the giant crack.
We made it all the way to a bridge on I-40 with all the potholes when it went and fell.
Finally, all is well, and a train of repaired gingerbread houses heads off for the ballroom. Except that some of them don't exactly look like houses.
Mine's supposed to be a battle between 1880-something and 1990-something, and these are like spaceship thingies.
Imagination's the thing here, and as long as you can eat it and it's not more than 2 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet, well, the rest is up to you.
Camping scene with different stuff.
Here's one that should look familiar to UNC-TV viewers. It's Cupola House.
In Edenton, right, because I made my husband drive down there and see it after we saw it in our state magazine. And it took me forever cutting out all those little pieces of siding and sticking that on there.
We have 4 different categories in our competition this year.
My hands are shaking.
We have our adult category, which is 18 and up. We have our teen category, which is 13 through 17. We have our youth category, which is 9 through 12. And then we have our child category, which is 5 through 8-year-olds.
It's astonishing to consider how much time these sugar artists may have put in their work, often many months. Andrea Yost from Raleigh has been planning her project since summer and began building in earnest around the 1st of September.
I collect pop-up books and I have many, so I thought that would be a good inspiration to do something that's different, and I haven't actually seen anybody doing a pop-up book. The book is the night before Christmas, so you'll have a chimney coming out here and a Christmas tree and Santa standing there, and you're going to have a night before Christmas written on the pages, hopefully. The most important parameter is that the main structure is constructed out of gingerbread. That doesn't mean it has to taste good, so you can use raw spaghettis and any kind of food item that you could find in a pantry can be used. So you're not allowed to use any support like styrofoam or wood. I have seen the judges actually walking around with little knives poking, so they will check. I think one of the things that are really important is to have a lot of detail and to have very clean craftsmanship. So you see these houses and they look like they're made out of some other material, not gingerbread and icing. Everything is perfect.
Perfection begins, at least for Andrea, in the kitchen, where ordinary tools and ingredients, plus her imagination, combine to create something extraordinary.
I basically use gingerbread dough that's pretty much like regular gingerbread dough that you would make if you want to actually eat the house. What I do is leave out the baking powder so the dough won't rise. Bake it at a lower temperature for a little bit longer. It'll be stiffer and less likely to bend. So once it's out of the oven and it's cooled off, you can see that it's a pretty sturdy piece. A lot of people use glazes or, like I do, fondant on top, so that'll preserve the dough.
Andrea also cuts out some reindeer and leaf shapes to test in the oven. One of Andrea's most creative brainstorms was how to put all 14 verses of Clement Moore's poem on her pages.
It just popped in my head, alphabet pasta.
She presses each letter into fondant, a commercial dough that comes in a variety of colors and is used as a cake and pastry filling. Some of the work Andrea does is extremely delicate.
I think I could be a brain surgeon.
And obviously fun.
And that's my little boot.
Creating each piece can be quite laborious, but it's clearly a labor of love. Of course, she wants the judges to love her creation too.
You think that's a tree?
Each of our judges are required to look at creativity, consistency of theme, difficulty and precision, and then we have originality.
Which ones will win? What's your favorite? Imagine having to decide.
Well, it was a little overwhelming.
We were back choking each other, but we come back.
You need to vote for this one, Tim, I insist.
Another consideration is how to get an elaborate structure like this to survive the long trek to Asheville. That's something Andrea has been thinking about as she surveys the pieces all laid out on her table in Raleigh.
So I will put up all the pages with their backs together, and then little by little I will put on like the house. Once the page is up, I can put the roof against the page. Same with all the other pieces like the Christmas tree. But I'm going to stand it up and take it standing. I think that's the plan for now.
Excitement builds throughout the day as the judges wrap up their work.
Ladies and gentlemen, and thank you so much for joining us for the 17th Annual National Gingerbread House Competition.
Each of the 4 groups of contestants are on the edge of their seats at the award ceremony to see who will be the 10 semifinalists. And then the 3 winners in each category.
Let's give one more big round of applause for all of our youth top 10 winners.
I'd like to present our top 3 prize winners in the teen category.
Ladies and gentlemen, our top 10 winners in our adult division.
It's difficult to comprehend the emotional investment each contestant has put into their project. But one contestant is noticeably absent. Back in Raleigh, Andrea now contemplates the ultimate disaster when her hard work unexpectedly came tumbling down in the blink of a reindeer's eye.
I was starting to put it together when 2 of the big pages just couldn't stand up. They were all going to be standing up like that. And they did, but then 2 just broke in half. It rained for 5 days straight, and even though the fondant on top is very stiff, the gingerbread in the middle just started to become very soggy and moist. So moisture and gingerbread are just not good friends.
And this year's grand prize winner in the National Gingerbread House Competition is introduced from Asheville, North Carolina.
I'm shocked right now. Last year I got the top 10 for the first time, and so I'm just shocked to be here.
Stunning.
The winning entries are put on display throughout the Grove Park Inn for a while, and some in town as well, to perhaps inspire someone thinking about competing next year. It won't be long before the old creative juices will begin flowing again. And maybe the next one will be more than you ever dared to dream.